Primal Podcast. My name is Dennis Timmerman.
You already fucked up.
I know, I'm sorry.
You want to try it again?
I guess.
Take.
What's up, guys? It's Primal Podcast. My name is Dennis Timmerman.
Nick Ridenauer.
Travis Klinghagen.
And in this episode, we're going to be talking about front squats versus bad squats and why you should never do either one of them.
Bad squats?
Wait, what?
I would never want to do
Is that
bad
what,
squats.
that's what we're talking about, right?
Nice. Bad squats.
Bad squats?
Bad
Did I say
squats.
that?
You did say bad squats.
All right. So, yes, front squats versus bad squats.
You do that on purpose?
No, I didn't even realize I did it.
Yikes.
I nailed that one.
You really threw me for a loop there.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, wait.
I was like, that was really clever.
It's like why we're not doing bad
Why
squats?
did you not
'Cause
tell
they're
us that
bad.
you were going to do that?
Don't do those bad squats.
Take 3. Yeah. So, we kind of, again, just kind of talking about if you're trying to, again, I guess getting it stronger, right? You know, what moves do you do to improve those strengths, right? So for me, I do an array of like different types of squats because again, I don't think that, you know, one squat is like the one. If I do one squat, like it's just kind of gets boring and monotonous. It's not as easy to see like progression. So like if I go to like let's say box squats, well I can progress in a box squat, right? Or if I go to different stances or different bars or anything like that, like I can progress in that squat. You know, where now what we're kind of talking about is whether we're front loading the bar or back loading the bar, whether or not it's any more functional than the other, right? So there's a kind of a
Back squats aren't functional.
yeah. So there's some people out there that believe that
Front squats, though.
front squats are the ones that
Because
are
in nature, you do come across perfectly symmetrical barbell-shaped
barbells,
weights all
right?
the time.
Yep, and you
And
carry
you
them
gotta
like
carry
this,
them up
right?
front, but not
Yep.
out back.
Where the fuck are you guys hiking?
There's kind of people out there in the world that believe that front squats are the more functional version of a squat, where again, anything in a gym is really not necessarily functional. I don't
It's
ever
kind of made up.
Yeah,
it's got
they're
handles.
they're built to be lifted, like again, safely and in a proper fashion. Which anything in the world is never that way. If I go out and I pick up one of these rocks, man, it's not going to be like anything I do in here.
Right.
There might be some similarities, right? But then again,
Some principles that you follow.
Right.
The bracing aspect of it. Just
Exactly.
the overall movement, but
right.
yeah.
So, but I think it's kind of goofy if you limit yourself in available exercises to do, just because you're looking to be more functional or anything like that. I think that's goofy, especially with such a staple exercise as a back squat. So if you're doing a back squat correctly, there's nothing wrong with it. Again, I mean, what you're doing there is able to load yourself even higher. So you're actually putting more demands on the body through the legs and everything like that, bracing, stuff like that. And that can be seen where I might take stints off of my front squat and I'll be pushing to my back squat quite a bit. I go back to the front squat and my front squat goes up. I didn't front squat at all to get my front squat higher, right? Now, yes,
How does that work?
I'm
the bar's
proficient.
in a totally different
Yeah,
spot.
right? It shouldn't work that way, right? Because it's two different things. No, okay? We're going against gravity at all times, okay? So whether you got it on the front or your back, again, you're trying to fight that load. So whether you want to do front squats or back squats, you're good to go. So it's kind of where my mind goes.
So when should you not do back squats? When should you maybe not do front squats?
Well, so that with that you have like limitations of, let's say, mobility, right? Or positional strength. So let's say you really suck at having a good front rack position, and that's kind of your limiting factor with the front squat. Well, let's do some mobility drills, get it so that you can functionally do that properly, right? Where in the meantime, if you can't do a proper front squat, maybe you should be doing back squats as a supplement exercise for your legs, for the whole body, while you're working on your mobility. Okay, so you can kind of do both of them at the same time. Vice versa, like let's say like your back is giving you some problems with back squat because your torso leans just a little bit different than what it is with the front squat, and it feels better when you front squat. comparatively to the back squat? Well, put your front squats in, and then we can kind of work on some accessory movements that help build up your back, let's say as like a deadlift or something like that. That's, again, building up your back strength so that when you get into a back squat, you are able to do it functionally. So.
All right. So when everybody comes right off the street, do you just throw them right under a bar and have them start squatting right away?
Well, if they're completely new to the gym, I never have anybody use a barbell for until they're proficient with, one, their body. Okay, if they can't do it with just their body weight, then they're not going to be progress into any form of weight. So either kettlebells or dumbbells or anything like that. And then we progress usually to barbell stuff. Once they kind of master that, then we can kind of have some fun with that.
Then it's game on.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is heavy squats will supplement other heavy squats, basically?
Right, yeah. I think, again, putting a load in proper positions is going to be good no matter what the exercise is. Okay, that's why we come in here. We come in here to create a stimulus. We don't come in here to necessarily teach ourselves how to carry grocery bags. Right? We're just creating a stimulus in here so that when we go out there, we might be better prepared. And again, might be better prepared. Keyword might. There's plenty of times where I go out into the world and it's like, I'm a strong dude in the gym, but I go out into the real world and I suck. Right? Is that meaning that my functional fitness sucks? Does that mean that? Because if that were the case, again, if a front squat was a more functional strength movement, I have probably one of the higher front squats probably in the area.
Probably a functional guy.
Let's kind of put that into perspective. And I struggle with functional things out in the real world. So,
and it's vice versa. You get somebody that does manual labor for a living or something like that.
Yeah.
They got all kinds of weird strength, and when they come to the gym, sometimes it doesn't translate so much because we're moving in a very specific way.
Exactly.
So a big part of it's just movement, skill, and athleticism.
Yeah.
But
so I think it's just we're trying to create a stimulus in the gym to create change in the body. Okay, that's why we're here. I know. And then creating proper posture, everything, positions, strength that way. Again, might help us stay healthier. When we're out in the real world.
Right.
Okay. But
Can't hurt, right?
but to limit the exercise choices, it just seems completely asinine to me.
Right.
And that's a big word for me.
asinine.
Asinine. I don't even know how to spell that.
I can't either. I could Google search talk thingy.
But no, I just think it's a little goofy of a concept, especially when maybe people want to do back squats, but you say in your program that you can't do back squats.
Right.
Explain to me why.
So
why
yeah,
you want to do that.
so this whole conversation started because of a post that you made. That you're kind of feeling a little feisty one morning, decided to throw some firecrackers out there and see what would happen.
Right.
What you see, what you're seeing, and whatever the shit you're looking at is, there's a lot of people just bashing back squats, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
And this, honestly, I think that, I know we're talking about just front squat versus back squat, but this could go with, honestly, a ton of different exercises where if they say, and I'm saying they as a loose term here, but
I can be they.
Yes.
I'll be they.
Let's say Nick likes his exercise and then he's gonna die by it, right? And then he'll say all these other exercises are complete garbage,
Like
right?
kipping pull-ups.
Right, like kipping pull-ups. But then you go to somebody else, right, and they're gonna be like, no, kipping pull-ups, was more intense. You actually get more out of it. La da 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 da. So just remember, as long as your positional strength is there, you're staying healthy, you're doing the correct volume and everything like that. That's gonna keep you healthy and you're training smart. Every exercise is available in your toolbox. So why limit yourself to, again, just one version of a squat? And especially a squat that, especially with the front squat, it's not an easy squat. Okay.
No, it's quite a bit harder than a back squat.
Yeah.
Just position
in its own way. Positional strength. I mean, it takes a lot of time and to create mobility, especially if you're again, the average person.
Most everyday people don't
Yeah.
have the wrist, shoulder,
Yeah, the spine.
and then spine down
everything.
to the ankles. You know,
And don't do this shit.
Right, and so it's just
Right.
again, it's like, so when you, it's like it's a great demand, it's a great goal to achieve, right? To have a really good front squat, but again, why limit yourself to just that version of a squat when you have a whole bunch of squats? And again, I was like talking, I bet you like there's, I don't know, I bet you there's over 200 versions of different squats out there in the world. So it's like have fun, challenge yourself, create a different stimulus, and again, you can create different types of goals on each one, and you can progress on each one. And when you do that, when you progress on one different squat, it's going to help you in a different squat. Okay, they all work to the same goal, which is again creating the stimulus in the gym, so that out there we are more prepared. Right?
Yeah, and whether you're like kind of more of like say an Olympic weightlifter who needs a big front squat, if you want to do big clean and jerk, you got to have a big front squat, right?
Yep.
But like everybody should have variety.
Yeah.
So whether you're like a regular person or a specialized athlete, you still need to get
And
mix it up.
You do make there's a good point there, especially in like the Olympic weightlifting world, where I don't know of any program that doesn't have a back squat in it, at least at some point.
And there's no back squat
And you
involved
could
with
go,
Olympic
you could probably
weightlifting.
like closest to like no back squats would have been probably like the Bulgarian system, but again, they still even back squatted. Okay, it wasn't as frequent. They loved their front squats, but they still back squatted again just to create a different load.
Well, that and you can lift more. So
That's
you
again,
put-
again,
yeah,
you're
put your
putting
body
more
through more stress,
more stress.
or
Right.
to make that front squat feel lighter. You know, so you can't do that otherwise unless you load on the back. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you're specialized in that, then you need to mix it up to get that. But if you're a regular person, you need as much variety with kind of the basic shit as possible. you
Yeah,
know?
once you learn that, once you get the squat down as far as the movement. I mean, I do different level box squats. I do different stance squats. You know what I mean? I change all that just to hit little different areas or nagging points or, so like you said, there's just changing up your stance alone. There's a ton of ways, and then single leg, bilateral. I mean, there's just so many ways to do squats.
Right.
I mean, so in my opinion, once you get the basics down, do all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Have some fun
It's gonna
with it,
create like again a better training atmosphere for you. You're not gonna get kind of bored of just doing the same monotonous thing over and over again. And again, and that's for the majority of the world, where there are specific athletes that they're gonna stick to possibly like a few lifts, right? And that's there's nothing wrong with that, but again, there's not a lot of programs that I've seen that just have front squats. So again, if you're kind of getting told by your coach or somebody like that nope, front squats are the way to go, that's how you're going to be strong, that's how you're going to perform better, I would ask them why. Like a big why.
I've seen it the other way too, where people hate on front squats. No point in front squats. So again, I think the same thing. It's there's certain things that it helps with, especially Olympic lifters. I mean, obviously, you're not going to just back squat if you're an Olympic lifter. I mean,
and it really comes down to like there's multiple ways to skin a cat. I've always loved the phrase. Heard it since I was a kid. No matter if I was racing or now lifting and stuff like that. But there's so many ways to get the same outcome. And I remember when I was sprinting, that was hugely evident with like me and Seth. We were big into weights. We would push weights, and that's what really helped us progress in our sprinting. And then there's guys who never touch weights, only do like let's say plyometrics or even just straight sprinting, okay? And they'll be doing some like off the wall stuff, and they're also killing it. So it's, again, you got to find the thing that you like to do, and then put the work and effort into that thing, okay? And then again, you might find that that's not, you might plateau. Well, try something else, add something in, try it out. But when you, again, limiting yourself to different stimulus is just, it's a goofy thing to do.
I agree.
What do you guys think? Front squats, back squats, bad squats?
No squats?
No squats?
E.
How about that one?
So, yeah, everybody needs to squat. Let's just throw that out there. Like, even if you never even pick up a weight, even if it's just body weight squats, goddamn, you need to bend your knees.
Yeah, you don't want to be sore every time you take a shit.
Right. You should go into a deep knee bend every once in a while.
Very true.
Or very, very often, actually. All the time. Every day.
Every damn day. Leg day.
Leg day.
Travis, where can they find you at?
Instagram, Travis Klinghagen, or Sioux Falls Personal Training.
Go leave a comment on that post. It's from like 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
and if you have any kind of questions about it,
And, you know, who knows when they're watching this.
right.
Yeah, that's true.
Go, pick my brain, argue with me, do anything you want.
Change his mind.
Yeah, try to change my mind. That'd be cool. I want to hear what your thoughts are.
See if you can piss him off. I think that shit's funny.
I only really see him pissed off when he misses squats.
Yeah. I'm gonna kick the damn box.
Where can they find you at, Nick?
Oh, Ryder311 Instagram. You can try to piss me off too. I like that shit.
It's not hard.
No, that was way easier.
You can find me at Dennis.Timmerman. You can find the gym at Primal SFSD, primalsfsd.com. Facebook at Primal Sioux Falls Gym. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, feel free to share this
Yeah, definitely do that.
because people need to know that you can do both. Find yourself a person who can do both.
At the same time.
Ooh. There we go.
We're not gonna try that.
We're about to go viral with this. Anything else?
That's it.
Squat, motherfucker.
Don't you?
That'll do.
I'm going.
Yeah!